Hey everyone, welcome to Be Life, the first live streaming show for beauty, health, and wellness. I'm Jennifer, and I'm here to help you understand the science of nutrition and the art of healthy living so you can get real, life-changing results. With all of the information out there, it's hard to keep up and separate truth from fiction. We're here to help so you can live your best life. Today's show is all about collagen and collagen peptides. Collagen is the latest buzzword in health, beauty, and fitness circles. I'm sure you've seen it around. But what exactly is it, and do we really need it? Well, I've brought in an expert to answer those questions for you. Dr. Kian Vu, performance and longevity expert.
Hey,
welcome.
good morning.
Nice to see you.
Good morning. Good morning, Be-Lifers.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. All right, collagen.
Yes.
What the heck is it?
Big buzzword.
Yes,
As a
huge.
longevity and performance doc, I put all my clients on collagen.
Really?
So, yeah, collagen is actually the most abundant protein you have in your body. So over 90% of your connective tissues and bones is made up of collagen.
Okay.
Three big buckets that what collagen does. Number one, really good for hair, skin, and nails. Also good for your joints and your bones. And a lot of people don't know this, but it also lines your respiratory tract and digestive tract.
I've heard about the digestive because I've had some issues, and one of the things, a doctor has said is that it's really good to kind of line any, what we call like little holes in your digestive tract, right? In the small intestines?
Yeah, so very important. As we get a little bit older, a lot of people are suffering from something called leaky gut. That's when those tight junctions are not plugged up. You need the collagen as the glue. Otherwise, they leak, stuff comes into your bloodstream, causing havoc in your whole system. So collagen is important for that.
Great. So where does it come from?
So collagen is actually an animal protein. So you'll find collagen in a lot of animal sources, sources of like fish skin. You'll find it in the skin and bones of cows. You'll find it in eggs. So very, very good animal protein. You're going to find them in animal sources.
And now, for our vegans and vegetarians out there, are there sources of collagen that don't require animals, or are they just not going to be as good?
Right. So collagen is an animal protein. So you don't find collagen actually in plants. What plants do have is amino acids, some of the building blocks, but the verdict's still out whether your body will produce as good collagen from plant sources as animal sources.
So vegans are kind of out of luck.
Oh, we just don't know that. We just don't know, right?
Jury's still out.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the difference between collagen and collagen peptides?
Great question. So collagen is the big protein that's actually in your body, all right? So they're made of 3 strands, and each strand has over 1,000 amino acids, all right? So it's a big block of protein. Now, if you just try to swallow that, by swallowing, bones or tendons and things like that.
That doesn't sound very good.
It makes it very difficult for your body to absorb that because your body needs to digest all of that. So what's the difference between collagen and the peptides? Well, the peptides are actually broken down. They go through a process called hydrolysis. So it uses water molecules and enzymes, and it actually breaks it down so that your body can absorb that more. Now, one of the things I really want to point out at this point is it's really important where you source your collagen from, because different companies, depending on how well they break down into the collagen peptides, you're going to have different results in terms of how much your body absorbs. I know, certain companies such as Bruno actually has a very pharmaceutical grade type of hydrolysis process that really makes sure that you get the most by absorbing their peptides.
So what should we be looking for if we're buying a collagen product? Is it the ingredient list? Is it, what are some buzzwords like on the label that we should look for or stay away from?
Right. So you want to make sure most of the stuff that you're getting, or actually try to get all your stuff naturally, right? Okay. So if there's vitamin C in it, are they coming from natural sources or synthetic sources?
How would we know the difference? Are there words on the label that we can see?
They should be saying where the product is coming from. Is it coming from a fruit, or are they saying ascorbic acid or something like that?
So ascorbic acid is not as good as something else on the label?
Yeah, so look for the label. Make sure that, is it coming from a plant? What are the plant sources there? So look for those things. Also note, if they're coming from animal sources, which they should be coming from, Are they coming from sustainably raised fish? Are they coming from grass-fed cows?
So
right?
that we can't really find on the label. That we need to do a little digging for, right? So you're
Well,
saying do our due diligence into,
a lot of
the companies.
A lot of the good companies will say this is coming from grass-fed cows. Very important, because cows that are industrially raised will have antibiotics. They'll have
Right.
hormones pumped in there. You don't want that in your body.
But someone doing that is not going to say that on the label. So all I'm saying is, like, we need to be, as consumers,
Yeah.
we need to be a little savvy and doing
Sure.
a little research on the companies that we're investing in, right?
Yeah.
And that's, I see supplements as investing in your health.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think when we look at it that way, so many people are like, I can't afford it. And I was like, oh, but you can afford the new iPhone. It's like, where are we investing our energy and money's energy and our resources, right?
Yeah.
Our time and our energy. We kind of had a chat about that. Like, it's a lifestyle. It's something to look at as a whole and not just this one particular thing.
Correct.
Like looking where your supplements come from, your food, and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay. The big thing, benefits. What are the benefits? I mean, you said something about the joints, but are less creaky, less crackety,
Right.
less wrinkles. Come on, give me
Right.
that. Give me less
So
wrinkles.
remember all the things we talked about: hair, skin, nails,
Yeah.
bones, and your digestive system, right? So back in the day, people used to eat animals. They used to eat the whole animal, right?
We
So they
did.
used to eat the tendon. They used to eat all that stuff. But our modern diets don't allow us that time to be able to do so. So although you can measure the amount of collagen you have in your body, past the age of 25, when you don't produce it as well, you'll start to notice maybe some wrinkles. You'll start to notice that
25? That's
Exactly.
depressing, Kim.
Some
That's
people,
so depressing.
You might notice some wrinkles. You might notice some, like, your joints start to feel a little stiff, right? You might notice some digestive problems. That's what these things are good for.
This is just like the wonder, almost the
Right.
wonder supplement or the wonder ingredient,
Exactly.
because we can get it from food. Speaking of, what's the best way to add it into our diet?
Okay.
Or the
so-
easiest way? Because we're all about, we want to make this simple for people.
Well, it all depends. So some people like it easy because they live in the countryside. They have access to, fresh produce, organic produce. They're making their own stocks, and that's
Right.
easy for them. For some people who
Not
live
so
in
much
the
in
big
LA.
cities and they're not cooking it themselves,
Yeah.
I find it, very beneficial to be able to get those from collagen peptides.
Okay.
Right now,
And is it a pill? Is it a powder? How do we get it?
they're powder. Now,
Okay.
there's also different forms of powders that are out there. Some powders that don't contain vitamin C. Now, vitamin C is a very important cofactor for it, but some powders don't have the vitamin C, and they could be heated. One of the products I enjoy using, Bruno MD, actually has a very natural form of vitamin C, but that cannot be heated. So don't
Has
put
to
that
be
in
separate. Don't put that in the coffee.
Don't put that one in the coffee. The other
Okay.
ones you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So coffee, I know I put some in my coffee. It also makes it, it's almost like a creamer, right? It makes
Right.
it a little thick, and it's an easy way to get it.
Smoothies, right?
Yeah. Soups are great. It's almost like a
Juices.
thickener.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I mean, I think if push comes to shove, can't you just dissolve it in water?
Yeah.
There you
Easy
go.
enough.
Easy enough. Well, I think you've answered all of our questions. That was an abundance of information. Thank you so much. And we talked a little bit about food, but we're going to get more in depth with Chef Chuck Kalal. Hello. My favorite part, being in the kitchen. Nice
awesome,
to
isn't
see
it?
you.
Nice to see you again.
Of Sea Level Restaurant down
Right.
here in
Redondo Beach.
Redondo Beach.
Yeah.
So your story is so fascinating. You've pretty much done it all, from an athlete to an engineer, and
you.
now a chef.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I started right out of college in technology, and I had the great privilege of traveling around the world on somebody else's checkbook, which was wonderful.
Who doesn't love that?
No, it was perfect.
Not going to say no.
I spent a ton of time in Europe, and over my 24 years of international business work, it came to me that I wanted to basically change everything in my life. I would go to Europe, I'd go to Italy, and I would eat a meal, and I would think to myself, I just want my family to be here to share this with me. So
Yes.
I embarked on this journey of trying to figure out how to do that here.
Yeah.
I would smuggle things back from Europe.
I did the same thing.
Oh
I
my
packed
gosh.
up olive oil and I just put it in my suitcase just last
Yeah.
month. It's like you're trying
You
to
have
bring
to.
home the lifestyle
No,
from Italy.
it's exactly-
like the not only the flavor but the way they do things.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
Yeah.
and raising a young family, it was important to me that they saw the things that I couldn't show them
Right.
when I was away.
Yes.
So that moved me into what I'm doing today. I started to work at a farm to learn about animals, to learn about vegetables, to learn about everything about food before I even set foot in a kitchen. And here I am.
But now we're setting foot in the
Here we
kitchen,
are.
and you're going
Yeah.
to tell us about how that experience brings us to stock.
Yeah, so
And collagen.
collagen is like a super important thing for us as chefs. It's everything to making a sauce. So this is veal stock that I made a couple days ago, and you can see it's just this gelatinous.
Like a gelatin, right?
Yeah.
So what we were saying earlier about collagen, collagen itself is the major protein, but when it's broken down, hydrolyzed a little bit, you get gelatin, but hydrolyzed to fine particles, that's the peptides.
It's
Exactly.
like lubricate. You can almost
Exactly.
see it. It's like lube for the,
Yeah, and
for the
it
joints.
gives. Anytime you go to a restaurant, and you have a really good sauce on a piece of fish or a piece of meat. There's gelatin in there. There's collagen. It's a collagen-based sauce. There's just no doubt.
Okay, my favorite word that I've always wanted to talk to a chef about is viscosity.
Yeah.
Tell us about that viscosity. Is that what makes that so good? That kind
It
of
is,
lubrication.
and it gives you that mouth feel.
Yeah.
And it gives you a smoothness and a roundness in everything you eat. So, for me, I don't waste anything. I eat, as our ancestors did. I eat every part of every living thing that is put towards me.
So how do we put that into our bone broth, right?
Super easy.
Okay.
So never throw away a bone. Always.
Rule one.
Yeah, never throw away a bone. Beef bones, veal bones, chicken bones.
Can you freeze them? Like, can you hang on to them
Absolutely.
and freeze them for a while? Great.
Absolutely, forever, because they're not going to go bad. We roast them first to get some color on them and get some flavor.
And if someone wants to do that at home, how do you do that?
Just on a sheet tray in the oven until
Temperature?
350 until they turn a nice color like this.
Great.
And that's going to give you not only a flavor, but it's going to help you extract all of that collagen that's in the bones. In restaurants, normally we use beef bones or veal bones because they are so rich in collagen. At home, it's chicken normally, and there's collagen in there, but again, the best source of collagen in a chicken is chicken feet, which are readily available. Don't.
Those are delicious, and if you don't like the
Don't
plain old chicken
scoff at
feet,
me.
go to your local dim sum store where they actually, marinate that's delicious stuff. They make the skin so soft.
Yeah, no,
Like
it's
jealous? Is it
yeah,
like
it's amazing.
soft shell crab? You know where they fry the crab?
Yes,
Like
we'll have to go. We're taking her next time.
Okay. I'm about to be educated on
Yeah.
chicken feet, everyone. I'll do the research for you. So.
But the general rule is you save your bones, roast them off, get some color. Simple thing, onions, chop them roughly like that. Celery,
I don't have to sit there and fine
like
dice.
that. Carrots in big chunks.
And
like
you're
that.
leaving the skins on.
Leave the skin on. Nutrients are in the skin.
But with the caveat that they are
Oh yeah, these are all
Organic.
organic. Yeah, of course. I'm sorry. Everything is organic,
Yeah.
non-GMO, no hormones, grass-fed, farm-raised.
I love how holistic an approach you take, just like having a family dinner, meeting with community, because it's so important
Yeah,
in longevity in the health space to be able to do that, enjoy that, and then also the food that you have as close to the way it came out, very, very little processing.
Yeah, no, that's the entire idea of everything I do in a restaurant, everything I do at home is to make it as simple as possible, use the best ingredients sourced from the best locations, and turn it into magic. So all we need, mirepoix, onion, celery, garlic.
Okay, I'm gonna back up there.
Yeah, wait.
I heard that too.
Mirepoix?
Mirepoix.
Let's slow that down.
It's a French term.
French, yes.
It's a French term. It's the aromatics that are used as the base of any soup, any stock, any sauce. Thyme. Bay leaves are awesome. Always score your bay leaves because in the middle, smell.
Oh my gosh.
In the
I
middle-
love herbs.
Yeah,
I love herbs.
all the essential oils are in the veins, and you have to score them so that the oils come out. Some smashed garlic. Black
Smash.
pepper.
Now tell us again what the importance of smashing. Same thing,
Yeah,
so
sure,
that
yeah.
we can kind of release.
Yeah, so what you're doing is you're breaking the cell walls and you're allowing the competing cell walls inside the garlic to mingle, and that gives you the garlic flavor, the aroma, and it's beautiful.
Peppercorn.
Yeah, black peppercorns.
Can you play with your seasonings? Like
Yeah,
these
you
are
know, some things
these
are
are kind
really-
of the staples.
This is the basic.
Yeah. Rosemary?
Rosemary is very assertive.
So it's going to give it
I stay
flavor.
I stay away from it, yeah. But this is kind of the basic.
Okay.
Yep.
And then all in water?
All in water, no seasoning, no salt.
No salt.
No salt
Okay.
at all, because you're making a base. If you cook it down long enough, it starts to become thicker and thicker and thicker. It's perfect to put in an ice cube tray, put it in your
yes,
freezer.
I've seen that. Yeah, yep.
You know, so you take something like this, which is like full of gelatin, and be able to drop one of these into anything you're making for dinner. You know,
Wow.
just you're going to get that extra hit of gelatin in
Collagen.
in anything you're eating. Yeah.
And then the important thing, because we're all a little short on time.
Oui.
So, did you say we? We. Yes,
Yes,
we
we
and
are.
we.
We, yes.
We and yes. How long does this take?
Yeah, so
it
the
is
process,
a little time intensive.
the process to make a stock, like on a stovetop, is probably about 4 hours. To get full extraction takes a considerably longer amount of time. In the case of our veal stock, this is like a 36-hour process.
Wow.
We do about 18 hours for the stock. We pour all of the water out, and we use that as soup base and other things.
Brothy, yeah.
And then we put new veggies in and more water in, and then that second pull in the stock pot is what extracts the collagen. So the first, in 18 hours, we get like a very loose soup-like structure. The next one is like
thick
gelatin.
So, okay, obviously someone's going to want to know, if I don't have that kind of time, can I buy this in the store now?
Absolutely.
What do I look for when I'm buying it in the store? I mean, we're really talking about quality, right? And source of ingredients. So, one, where could I find like pretty good quality bone broth? And two, what do I look for?
Yeah, it's very, very difficult to do that.
So you have to make it at home.
It's kind of an at-home thing. That's why supplements are available to add to your basic diet.
And let me just back up for someone who does want to do it at home. Do I boil it, simmer, boil, and then simmer in a big pot?
Really good question. I like to roast everything first, get a little color on it. It kind of brings out some of the sweetness and caramelizes some of the sugars in the vegetables. And then we simmer it.
Okay.
If you boil it, it gets a little cloudy.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look so good.
So just slow and low is the process.
And if you have a pressure cooker, an Instant Pot, or something like that,
okay.
It's perfect. That takes about 40 minutes, and you're good to go.
Another pitch for the Instapot. Everybody's telling me about the Instapot,
ridiculous.
how great it is.
I wish I had a big one.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you very much.
This is amazing. We'll hopefully get a chance to try this and at home.
Can't wait.
Yeah, from food to face. Yes. Let's go on to some beauty tips with celebrity makeup artist Tiffany Lee. Hello, nice to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, I'm going to cross over you, and we are going to talk about the good stuff.
Yes.
Beauty and collagen, and why is this so beneficial? I think actually that's one of the biggest benefits we're seeing right now that people are talking about. Less wrinkles, smoother skin, hair and nail strength.
Yes.
So talk to us.
100%.
Tell us.
So beauty is skin deep. So skin is it's the largest organ on your body. So having collagen is so important to support that so that we stay plump, smooth, firmer. It helps with elasticity, helps retain moisture into our skin. Let's talk more about it. I think, as you know, collagen makes up 80% of your skin. So that's why
did not know that.
Collagen is so crucial
Yeah.
to have into your body. And when we think of beauty, you can only apply makeup to cover per se, but your skin
or enhance,
yes,
right?
enhance,
I mean,
right.
it's
Cover, enhance,
got to come from the inside out.
Yes.
Right?
You can only do so much with makeup.
Your skin's like the mirror for everything you're putting in your body.
100%.
So
And your skin, nails, and hair, they're all the same pH balance. They're all pretty much made of the same thing.
Great.
So that's really important. So
how many times a day do you recommend to take collagen, or how much should we take to see the benefit in our skin and hair and nails?
I don't think there's a topical way to put it onto your skin, but there are additives such as vitamin C ingredients that you can put into your skincare, or hydroxy acid, or you can put retinol, which is vitamin A, to help
that will kind of
stimulate it, improve it, boost it into your skincare.
And then how much should we? So you're saying the collagen, we should be taking that internally, like everything else, like
I think,
water
yes.
and for the inside out. So how much? Like, do we need a lot? Do we need a little? Does it depend
If you
where we
can
live?
put it
Does
in your daily diet, I think
Okay.
it's so important.
I typically recommend anywhere from 25, 50 grams a day.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. And coffee's okay because I put it in my coffee. I don't
So
know,
very
it's
important.
easy.
Just like we said earlier, it depends where it's sourced. There's
Right.
certain ones that have like vitamin C in it that will will actually degrade the vitamin C in it. So
Okay.
if you're using that brand such as Bruno MD, don't put it in anything hot.
Okay.
Things without it, you can.
Smoothies and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Great. So you have some other beauty tips just in general. I mean,
Yeah,
collagen's
well,
a big one, but
it
what else do you
is,
recommend?
But I also want to go back to the history of it. This has been
Oh, okay.
around for centuries, especially in the Chinese ancestry. Like this has been in their diet, and this has been a part of their daily regimen routine.
Yeah, the chicken.
by
You're going to
just
take me for
eating.
chicken feet, right?
Oh yeah, we're all gonna go.
Okay.
Yeah, so this has been around, and it's been introduced into the U.S. market probably more so in the 1980s. So it's more new and unfamiliar in the U.S. market, but it's been around in the world where this has been a necessity.
Okay, so we have a lot of catching up to do on
100%.
other cultures.
Yeah.
Why do you think Asians look so young
I
and stay
don't-
so
I'm
young?
telling you, y'all got it step above us.
I'm 100.
Just turned 100 yesterday. Happy birthday. So speaking of time, though, this is a lot of people have had it in their diets for a while. So we are kind of catching up
Yes.
with nutraceuticals and supplements because sometimes the American diet is lacking. We are unfortunately the kings of fast food and convenience, and
Yes.
there's some things you just can't replace, right? So we're going to do our best with the supplementation. How long do we have to take it before we're going to see those fine lines diminish and us to look 100 years, to be 100 and look 25?
So you will see results at the earliest, probably about 4 weeks, but between 4 to 8 weeks. Your skin, it renews itself within 28 days. So even like with the skincare regimen, you won't see instant results until about a month later. And so same thing with
That's a
collagen.
month, and that's not bad. I'll
So
take
you'll see
it.
improvement.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
The
yeah.
longer you take it, the more improvement you see, and less fine lines and wrinkles, and helps with just all the anti-aging things that we.
And we were talking about too earlier, Kian, about this is a lifestyle. So we say take it for a month, but it's not like, oh, I'm going to take it for a month and be done. Like we start to learn these little tricks and these tips that then become routine. And we were talking about that earlier as well, how important it is to just have these become a routine and a habit, not as a quick fix, not as a
Yes.
Band-Aid. This is a lifestyle that you start to make small changes that begin to make a big impact.
100%. Yeah, and I can give you guys some beauty tips.
We would love some more quick
improve.
tips.
Yes.
Yes.
So definitely hydrate. So hydrating will help retain that moisture. So with collagen, it helps with the hyaluronic acid in your skin. So your dermis needs hyaluronic acid and the collagen to stay firm, plump, and to prevent the fine lines. Also, washing your face. So whether you wear makeup or not, and you probably will be wearing sunscreen, I hope, to keep yourself youthful. So sunscreen needs to be washed off as well. So makeup, sunscreen, and if you don't, there are proven facts that you will age about 7 times faster. So it's super
wash
important.
your face, please.
Yes.
But how many times a day? I mean, can't we overdo it with stripping the natural oils?
Yeah,
Because I
so the
use
ingredients are really important.
Okay.
So knowing what kind of cleanser you should use for your skin, and also how your skin responds to certain ingredients are key.
Are there certain ingredients we should stay away from? Like,
I mean, there's a bunch.
Is it like sodium lauryl sulfate, one of the ones that's like a no-no?
There's a lot. So
Okay.
yeah, we can talk more about that later. And then sleep is so important.
Yes.
Sleeping is it helps you heal all the different parts of your organs, your body.
Absolutely.
Mentally.
So underrated.
Yes.
I never trust people that are like, oh, I only need 3 to 4 hours of sleep. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you.
And
I don't trust them.
Also having a routine with that too. Also routine with your diet, your sleep, your cleansing regimen, skincare regimen. Consistency is so key on that because your body, if you just say I'm going to sleep 8 hours, but if you sleep at all different times of the day, it's not going to do the same thing.
Well, I always say it was always been weird for me that people are like, I sleep in on the weekends. It's almost like they're trying to make up for bad behavior during the week. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, oh, I only get 4 hours of sleep during the week. You can probably, it's a longevity
I would probably
expert.
say, yeah.
That consistency
Make
of time.
sure, try to get your 8 hours if you can. But if you need to sleep in to catch up on the weekend, look, if you're not getting your sleep during the week, still get it.
Yeah.
If you could squeeze in a nap during the day,
Yeah.
get that, because people are, in America have a huge sleep debt. So get it when you can. If you can't get the 8 hours
Yeah.
at night, still make it up with naps and sleeping in on the weekend.
Yeah, and I'm sure we could have a whole other show talking about meditation and how that helps, get restored. But we'll do that another day.
Okay, I have a couple more.
Keep going.
So
Keep going.
cold water, that will help retain the moisture in your skin. So say take a hot shower. When you take hot showers, it's opening up your pores, it's stripping out moisture. But if you end it with cold, it'll help your cuticles stay
Seal everything
smooth, your pores stay tight to retain all that moisture. And then last but not least, having a facial massage. So you can do it for yourself, or you can go to a facialist to really help massage your muscles. This will help stimulate collagen production and it'll also help with muscle memory, which is really
Great.
important.
I'm just going to give myself a little massage here. But speaking of massage, thank you for that nice lead-in. I'm going to go and do a little self-massage because we're talking about collagen and joints, but there's other things you can do to help keep yourself mobile. We don't always think of kind of our mobility. We're always talking about flexibility. We're doing yoga for flexibility. But what I would say is more important is mobility. So I'm going to do a little face massage, and now I'm going to do a little bum massage.
Ooh.
Yes.
What do you have there?
This is a foam roller.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll out, and you can do this. I do it first thing in the morning. It's a great warm up before a workout because it actually will engage some of your other muscles. My favorite thing to roll out, it's kind of a love-hate relationship, is this IT band, which runs from the top of your hip to your knee, and it's that connective piece that runs along the side. It's really hard to stretch. It's really easy to roll, and it's really easy to get tight. Runners, cyclists, basically, if you're living, you likely have a tight IT band.
Right, so this is the iliotibial band. It's also made up of collagen as well. Super important for that, but as you're doing your exercise, as you're going through trauma, it can get really tight. So an exercise just like this, where you release it, will improve circulation.
Yep. So this also, when I kind of let all this is, there's a sheath over your muscles and your bones called fascia. And I liken it to like a Spidey, like if Spider-Man went like and just covered you in a sheath, guess what? That is in your body. And when that becomes tight from stress, from overworked, then it binds everything. So we're releasing kind of the fascia. We're kind of going, it's like massaging something. It starts to loosen up, right?
Yeah.
And you'll see a little wincing on my face because this is a brand new foam roller. It's a little firm. And the great thing about this is you control the pressure of massage. Yes, it's always, like I said earlier, I always love to have hands on me, but when you can't, you can control the pressure, right? It's not you can lift more weight off. I'm getting a little abdominal work here. So this now will help kind of loosen up around my joints, giving my knee some freedom, my low back because my hips are affected. So, one of my favorite things to do.
Just to reiterate one of the points that Tiffany said earlier, it's super important for hydration. Your muscles and your fascia will get tight if you're dehydrated. If you are well hydrated, I recommend drinking at least half your body weight in ounces every day. That'll allow your fascia to be more plump, more viscous, so you can move around.
And this is another one, the side-to-side bum, getting a little ab workout here. And this can help loosen up around the hips, which tend to tighten up and that low back pain. I call this the iPhone asana now. It's the new yoga pose. It's this, right? So we're slumping, our posture is being affected. So this can help open up, loosen up around the low back. We can also do the neck and the shoulders. It's amazing. So I highly recommend you get a foam roller. They're really inexpensive, really easy to use, don't take up a lot of space, and you can use it as a seat to balance. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you have some more clarity around collagen and all its benefits. We look forward to bringing you more of the latest news and information on health, beauty, and wellness. If you have any questions or comments, or to see all the great tips from the show you learned today, hit us up on social media and like us and follow us, because we all like to be liked and followed. I'm Jennifer, and I look forward to seeing you next time. And remember, be well, be now, be healthy, be life.
Bye now.
Bye, guys. Oh, yeah, I'm going to need some help up. Thank you.